Jo-han, and also I wanted to expand the idea of introducing Korean music, and I sought out the cooperation of some Hongdae indie bands, such as Peppertones, and other artists here. And also it features primarily a Korean-American cast. And my objective, as the third-generation Korean-American, I was largely motivated to become a film director to tell stories that, that reflect my experience as an American, which is being Korean-American. And so what I'd like to do today is actually just play a short clip from the film so you can get an idea of what it is. And really, I was born and raised in the United States. I grew up primarily in Iowa and in Memphis, Tennessee, where there are almost no Asians, let alone Koreans. I really view the film as being influenced by, I grew up on Hollywood product, and really had to seek out Korean people when I did a short film that was in the Busan Film Festival. And that kind of started my whole, love-hate relationship with Korea. I started coming here because I always had a dream to make a film that could be considered an international, global film, but also be specifically Korean and Korean-American, and try to offer a different perspective also within Hollywood and Hallyu, I guess. So I kind of view this film in some ways as an extension of Hallyu. So without further ado, I will cue up the trailer. Okay, so there's actually two frames in here where title cards will say this spring. So if you can imagine, it says this fall instead. Okay. I would say really K-pop and Korean drama seem to be the most easily exportable, have had a lot of success, but still Korean films, Korean cinema has definitely remained challenged on the global market. So the reason why I also look at my film really as a product of Hallyu and being influenced by Korean entertainment, and like I said, I don't know if this is maybe we call it maybe Hallyu 4.0, or I don't know what all these 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 things mean, but this is basically how Hallyu has influenced me. It features the English language debut of Kang Hye-jung, who, according to more Hollywood standards, despite her decreased popularity here in the United States, she remains really the most visible Korean actress on the global stage because of her work in Old Boy, which I'm sure many of you know was the winner of the Grand Prix Award at Cannes. So, that is probably out of any Korean films, and, you have to keep in mind that most Americans don't know anything about Korea in general, let alone Korean cinema, but if there are, cult fanboys that are out there, they usually go to Old Boy. And then it also features on our soundtrack Kim Jo-han, who used to be with this group called Solid, who's also enjoying somewhat of resurgence, who I might add, is a Korean-American, and that group, in a lot of ways, in the early 90s, was responsible for bringing hip-hop to Korea, which really changed the very nature of music production here itself. And that's, one of the things that I guess as a Korean-American has always been interesting to me, is the influence of Korean Americans within Korean entertainment business. But up until now, especially on a performer level, many Korean Americans, we have to conform to what the system is, so many people actually don't even know. I shot half the film, or about 40% of the film here in Seoul. That was not the original plan, but due to economic forces, I was forced to do that. And the reason why I was able to get the Korean Tourism Board involved with the production of the film and helping out with some of the financing is because I think my perspective as a Korean American coming into Seoul City is very different than what I think a lot of native Korean filmmakers, what they choose to focus on in Korean cinema. A lot of times, because Korean films, a lot of them are thrillers or horror movies, they usually tend to go into the dark alleys and, as Seoul, different places look kind of scary and stuff. For me, my experience, I guess, as a Korean American and what coming to Korea just means to me on an emotional level, and my experience here first, I really wanted to show Seoul as an exciting place, as a place, as a romantic place, and just try to share with the world what makes me tick when I'm here. And that's, like I said, was a very contrast to what we a lot of times see in Korean films. Like I said, I shot a lot of the film here, and just due to some of the economic challenges in making the film, I ended up using two completely different film crews. I shot in the U.S. with a union Hollywood-style crew, and then here in Korea, I was basically the only American. Myself and the lead actress's dialogue coach were really the only Americans here. And we shot totally the Korean style, with a Korean cinematographer, everything. There was a lot of differences. I have been coming here back and forth to Korea, working in and out of the film industry for about 10 years, and have, been on a lot of Korean sets, but then to actually, to be the director leading the ship of a Korean crew, being on the, really on the inside of how production is organized, which I will go into in tomorrow's talk about how the difference in the production systems is really going to be the nature of tomorrow's talk. But the experience also was awesome in the sense that it also provided, I think, for me, and hopefully an opportunity to share in a forum like this, and was one of the reasons why I was invited to the White House and at different speaking forums, because there's a lot of great things that happen on a Korean film set. There's a lot of really awesome things that is of so much value that is actually that the Korean system has intrinsically, just the way that it's designed, and also from a cost perspective. So, as an independent filmmaker or independent producers, searching for perhaps a different setting, a different country to place their motion pictures in, I think Korea has a lot to offer.